Hey, 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 good morning. We are having what might be the biggest storm that I remember in the last few years that I've been paying attention to this. So, I'm going to give you the update, and then there's going to be several other videos about the physical effects of this and how to deal with that, some techniques to manage the energy flow in your body, and whatever else I can throw out at you. But for starters, here's the Schumann. Gaia is large and in charge and keeping her cool during this storm, which is doing us a big favor at the moment. Another thing that we have going for us is that the geomagnetic levels are normal right now. Before I get to the flares and the flare count, I just thought this image of the sun was hilarious because he kind of looks like somebody who lost a prize fight with that eye over on the left there and the crooked mouth and everything. So here's how it's been going the last day and a half. This all started later Tuesday evening. So, starting from the beginning of all of this, you can see we're having a ton of flares. When there are little pictures there, if you get the Space Weather Live app, you can go actually look at images of individual flares. More from that day, just unbelievable. And more. And that is all just from the 14th, which I remind you is in UTC time for us here in the States. That's why it was late Tuesday evening that the storm started. And then here's what has been happening since it rolled over to the 15th, and we had quite a few flares overnight. It's still going this morning, and we had a couple more flares since I took these screenshots. A reminder that this footage takes longer to render, so this only goes through probably about 7 hours ago, maybe 6. But you can see all this energy coming off of the sun. And then this is the most recent 24 hours, not fully rendered, so the most recent flares that we've had in the last half hour are not going to show on here. So the current flare count at this point is 21 C flares, some of which were large enough that they could have been rounded up to M flares, and 19 M flares. That is so much energy coming at Earth, and we've had at least a dozen radio blackouts, which is an ionization of the upper atmosphere of Earth. It's like strobe lights coming at us from the sun. So keep taking care of yourselves. I'm going to come right back here and talk about the physical effects and things that you can do to help mitigate that and what you can do to protect your loved ones who may be at risk.